Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of The Tug, a drag race podcast by the Reality Rundown and Rundown Media. My name is Wellington Gomez, and today I am joined by the amazing, the marvelous, the electrifying,
Ooh.
my co-host. Hi, Raymond.
Hey babies, how are we today?
We're good. Hi, Edward.
What it do, boo? What it is? Another
You
week,
know,
another episode of The Tug.
another episode of The Talk Show.
Yes, baby.
So, let's get to the motherfucking tea, okay? First things first, make sure you girls subscribe to the podcast. Stay updated with all of our episodes. We have new episodes coming every week on Tuesday, so get into it, sisters, and subscribe to the podcast. Last
Quick
week,
shout out to Eli. Who
oh my
couldn't
God,
be here
yes,
today.
our queen Eli couldn't
Our
be here
shady
today.
queen.
Yes, she usually brings the books, the series, the serious analysis. Like when she talks, she's like, "Well, let's actually look at the way that her angles."
Unpack that.
Like, that is our girl for us. She won't be here today, but it's
Love it.
okay. So last week, Lady Camden won, but nobody went home. And again, like, why? Why are we keeping all of these queens? Why are we throwing away this money? Like, if you actually take away all of the episodes that the queens have not gone home, and you add that prize money into the overall money, like that's a whole like almost 20K more that you could win. Like,
Right. Very that. That's like half of the that's a portion of the prize money.
right, and I'm over it. But anyways, the next day, RuPaul walks into the workroom and tells the ladies that the library is open.
Yes.
Hey, Ruby.
Which is like one of my favorite mini challenges in Drag Race.
The
Like
fucking best.
the best mini. I feel like it like what Snatch Game is to Maxi, library is to mini. You know what I'm saying? Like it is the mini challenge of the season.
Yeah.
Some of the queens struggled with their reads, while others killed it, like Willow and Bosco. What do you guys think about the reads?
The reads I thought were so funny. I thought everybody did good. I don't think there was somebody who stood out that did bad for me.
Right.
Some of them were mouthy, but the ones that did stick out to me were the ones they used on the promo. Like Angeria, he's like, you're another crystal method. But it gave. I don't think it was as impactful. There was no like, oh, this is gonna be a legendary comment. But it was cute.
Oh no, wait, Bosco, the last one that she said, that one was iconic. She did like a group.
Oh my God, yeah, like she said the stakes and she was like, RuPaul's will or something like that.
That shit was good. I was like, okay, bitch, you.
No, that was really iconic. Like that had me crying.
I was like, oh my God, these girls are hilarious, and the way they were reading each other was.
And I also feel like Bosco low-key forgot she had, because like I feel like as soon as she was about to walk away, she was like, "Oh, and wait, like you know what I'm saying?"
Like, oh, wait, like let me make sure I read this out.
So good. But like we're saying, our Queen Bosco took the cake and she won the mini challenge.
Yes.
With her amazing reads.
Yeah.
This week, the main challenge, the girls are being transported into old school girl groups, which I love because we love the Dream Girls.
Right.
So like I love these challenges where the girls get into like their little Diana Rosses. And
yes,
you know, like I love it. I love it. Daya Betty says she wants a certain role and she didn't let up, making Deja Sky change her role so that Daya could have the one that she wanted. What do you guys think about that? I did not like that at all.
Daya was definitely showing like her true colors.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have to commend Deja for being the bigger person and being able to move away from it. But at that point, the way she was coming, it was nasty. It was just, she was giving more tart than sweet tart. So I was like, bitch, take the role.
But it's also like,
oh my God.
like, okay, Daya was being annoying, but at the end of the day, okay, it's a competition and it's also a show. So put on the show, baby. However, Deja,
I'm conflicted on the whole situation because I'm like, you know what, Daya, it's a competition. So if you know that this is gonna suit you very well, F that, fight for it. Like I understand it, but then also it's like there's like a certain like
way to go.
commonality that amongst us. Like, okay, they were like, "I need to rock paper scissors." I'm like, she was like, "No, fuck that." I'm like, okay, like I would have just hit the 1, 2, 3 and like figured it out, like let it be. But she was not having it.
And
so,
I feel like Daya just let up too easily. Like
right.
at the end of the day, you can't disadvantage yourself trying to be nice. And I feel like, let's be honest, Deja knows she's not gonna win, so she's going for the miscongeniality of it all. And I let,
Out loud.
okay, we're gonna.
You think so? I feel like that would be George's when she let everyone pick their own fucking roles.
No. Well, actually, what I would say, what I'm confused as to why it was so very much like either Daya gets it or Deja gets it. Like, what about the other girls? Like,
Well,
what about Willow?
Yeah,
What
Willow-
about Bosco? Like, why do these girls like get it? Offer it?
Willow pitched it in the way that she said, "I usually take the roles that I'm given and I don't bitch about it. So, AKA, I'm sticking to this role. So,
And I feel like no one's fucking with Bosco.
don't take my fucking spot." Bosco was like, "She's gonna give it to you." The way she read them in that challenge, after they just got read, they were like, "Let me shut the fuck up and sit down."
No, I feel like people will be like, okay, Bosco. You got
Right.
it, girl. Like, I'm fucking with that one.
No, unfortunately, it was Deja. She fucking fucked up her own. She did it to herself.
But I also think it was smart on her end because then the group that she was in, I felt like she knew that she would be probably one of the strongest. She's like, "Is these two hoes like I'm gonna go with these bitches because I'm about to set the tone for them hoes."
But it's also a gamble because you just don't know how you're gonna be judged. You don't know if you're gonna be judged in a team. You don't like. So it's really a gamble, and which is why this competition is so amazing. Because like, even though you may be a fan of the show and it's 15 years in, you still don't know what might come through. Like, you don't know what RuPaul's gonna say when you get on that stage. So, love that. The teams consist of Kerri, Angeria, and Lady Camden.
Yes.
Bosco, Willow, and Daya.
Yes.
Daya, whatever, and Deja, Georges, and Jasmine. Which is like, okay, cute.
I wasn't mad at it.
I
thought it was a good grouping. I thought it was good. I was excited for this. I was really excited for this.
Me too.
Let's get into it.
The girls had to choreo their own dance to the challenge. So like the dances that we saw in the challenge were choreographed by themselves. Where is Jamal? Like what the budget?
The budget, bitch.
The budget. They said in the budget meeting they were like, let's cut Jamal and so we can get some original songs and some like good music to be able to play in this season or something.
Right. They're like, I cannot afford another like cut to one of these hoes. Like I can't.
Another thing was like super random. Of course like you always saw Jamal, but like Jamal has such a like masculine persona that I actually thought, okay, he's just a choreographer. Then I looked him up on Instagram and I saw that he's legit married to a whole man. I was like, oh, you are amazing. Like I literally envy your husband.
One of the girls.
He's
bring Jamal back. Justice for Jamal.
I just want to sit right there. Like you know what I'm saying? While the girls are getting caked up before the challenge, Daya confronted Jasmine about her two-faced read because she felt that Jasmine, where was that coming from? The fact that while the library was open, you said that I was two-faced. First of all, girl, the library is open, all things go. You cannot be keeping things that from when we're doing the mini challenge and try to like come crazy at me.
Right. Very that. Why are you so pressed? Mind you, Daya, like, you're a dragon. Like, girl, you're like, literally a dragon.
Down.
Oh my god. Like, how dare you say that thing that you said that one time that you were supposed to like read me? Like, how dare you?
Right.
That? Meanwhile, like people were saying all types of shit to her.
Not only that, but she brought it up and then got chewed the fuck up by Daya. And I'm like, damn. She said, well, I didn't want to bother you. You were getting ready to lip sync for your life. I'm like,
no, is that Daya knows like no, she literally production is in this bitch's ear. Like she really said it about you. Ask
right.
What's that about? Right. And asked about it and she was like, but like, oh my god, like I just cannot believe
it's literally
it's like she opened that box and was like, oh, okay. Well,
but I will say though that she is definitely like doing a little bit too much in my opinion, in the sense of like she's too bothered all the time. Like, girl, are you enjoying this competition? Like, you know, like you're so bothered. Even when you win, you're like rigid. Like, calm down, girl. Like literally, Katya Katya said it best on the pit stop. She said, she looks like she's on the brink of a breakdown, and like I literally feel like that's how she's at any moment she's like gonna have this huge meltdown in the workroom.
Very that
But
she's very intense, and it's unfortunate because I really do enjoy her drag, and I really like was looking forward to her this season. But I'm like, okay, I think you need to watch this season.
Well, are
And
you also
then
now kind of like polish her too much because isn't that she real? Like that's these bitches when the cameras are not rolling, this is who they are. So she's giving us, I guess, her true
that's
self.
my thing too. Like, are they pitting? Because every season they need a villain or someone who's a dragon. Is she just the one that's gonna get it, and she's fine with that? Because I mean, it's taking her places for
It's
sure.
so early in the
I
season.
also feel like they've had to like revamp who the dragon is already and like who this person is because Cornbread went home, like, and literally like Cornbread was literally the voice. So like
Like,
it's
who's the bitch to watch out for?
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like we're not really aware or like we don't have a heads up of who's gonna be the one that is gonna pop things off. Like
Yeah.
season 13, we knew Kennedie was gonna go into that workroom and said, "What the fuck was good with this and this and this?" Like, you know what I'm saying? We already knew she was gonna pop everything off, and we was gonna like. I like people like that. We are here to film a show.
No, she's
Let's film it.
giving.
Let's
She's
film
giving.
it.
I like Daya. She's giving it, but it's like
Say that.
I don't know.
Okay.
I feel bad for her sometimes because I feel like they're also pushing this freaking crystal method thing on her, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
That's
give it
that's the thing that's gonna dig into her. Think
yeah.
about it, producer's ear. They're
Girl.
get this bitch to twirl in the camera.
Yo, they're literally. I'm
Whatever.
like, okay, can y'all let it go? Like, there be instances where I'm not even thinking about crystal method. It's like, oh yeah, but like crystal method, right? I'm like, what? He's like, okay, give it
I
up.
might as well play the music in the background.
Literally all the time. Like, let the bitch go.
That's disgusting. But anyways, let's get into the challenge look. So let's first start with the Shangrulas, which consists of Willow, Daya, and who's that?
Bosco.
And Bosco. So what do you guys think? I think they did great. The choreography was good. The lip
They
sync was they ate. They honestly ate.
Also, look at Miss Willow's body.
Right.
The body is right.
Yes.
The body is
I
right.
do think Willow didn't give me any face when it was girls' moments.
But she surprised me the way that she was dancing. I'm like, okay, Willow, wait, what?
The bitch got rhythm. She said 5, 6, 7, 8.
This whole shit.
No, she really has been keeping her cards to her chest.
She's playing this game so fucking good.
I just want more. That's the thing about Willow. It's like she leaves you wanting more, 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 and more.
Right.
She's so good. I think their song was like the best to me, in my opinion, and then their performance as well. It was really good. I loved it.
He gave Halloween. I wouldn't think it was like gonna top the charts.
Oh,
okay. Well, now we have the Runettes, which was composed of Georges, Deja Sky, and Jasmine Kennedie.
I have a question. Are these outfits made by themselves, or do they give them that?
So that was my thing. I'm like, are these outfits like? Do you all just happen to have like similar outfits, or
no? Like the fabric.
This is like, is this production? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because if it's
oh my god, the body is right. I don't give a fuck. Miss Deja.
What you think about the body is right?
The body is right. Look at that body. That silhouette. Come on, she knows how to.
I mean, look at Jasmine's. Look at I'm sorry, but look at Deja's and then look at Jasmine.
I know you're ignorant, but I just feel like it's a little bit like proportionate. Like the thigh, maybe the thighs are
proportionizing. I thought she was good. I don't know. She
no, Daya is definitely serving body yaddy yaddy, and but I'm also just not impressed. Like I don't think that there's anything at this point that Deja could do that like could it literally impress me.
Wear a wig that matches the outfit.
But clap it up for Miss Girl because she did wear her wig. This was a good wig. This was a good wig.
But I will say, I think Georges did really good. Jasmine, it was a chop for me. Deja, I guess. But I thought Georges was pretty decent. I thought she did good.
Yeah, as a whole, yeah, thumbs up. But it was no Frock Destroyer.
Yeah, right. No. Yeah, they definitely, their performance was like one of my least favorites. I don't know if it was my least favorite, but definitely one
Well,
of my
for
least.
them, I probably hear them like their lyrics is 7, their looks is 6.9, and the dance is 7. Like
Ooh,
it
show.
was, the show must go on kind of a performance. Like this is what
Right.
we got. This is what we're gonna present. And like kudos to them. The padding, it gave me Aretha Franklin. But yeah, it was
But
That
listen,
was-
I also like I was listening to the pit stop and they mentioned the fact that they didn't have earrings and so annoying. Like
Yes.
after they mentioned that, I was like, oh my god, that is so true. The look,
Like
it
now
looks
they look a mess.
the
yeah,
fact
you
that
know,
they have updos and they have no earpieces, like they low key like look like they're naked. So
Like, shows
I
like
agree with that.
jewelry.
Moving
That was the movement at the 60s. Maybe it was a now those bitches.
no.
true, but drag
No.
is drag, baby. You still gotta make a drag.
All right,
Right.
next.
Moving on to the Rupremes, which was composed of Ms. Angeria, the Angeria,
Right.
Kerri
Yeah,
Colby,
right.
and Lady Camden, which I'm gonna tell you something about Miss Lady Camden. She held her own next to Angeria, okay?
Yes, she did.
She
She did
held
try. I do feel like that wig swallowed her up. Like it just didn't look like she brushed it.
But
So,
I appreciate her swallowing her up than it being flat. And
we
looking
love
like
it
a boy.
swallow.
Swallow,
and who
swallow.
and who do you think was flat, Edward?
Well, none of their wigs was flat, but if we're looking at like the 60s, I mean, Carrie's hair is still, it's still giving. But
Well, let's talk about Kerri. Girl.
That's exactly. I'm like, let's get to Kerri.
Kerri. Oh my god. You want to talk about a trajectory that like literally was like like
I wouldn't say
whole
spiraling down. It's just very like flat.
She never won a challenge.
I don't think she was ever in the top.
I don't know if she was ever in the top. She was at the bottom twice, or one time.
Twice. This is her second time lip syncing.
The second time lip syncing.
And this was horrible. Like I was watching this, I was like, ooh.
And she also messed up in the dance. I don't know if you caught it, but she was going to a different beat.
Yes.
And the camera, they didn't even like emphasize it, which to me, when I was like, oh, they're not emphasizing the fact that she's fucking up, in my head, I'm like, oh, she's saved this weekend.
But it's also because they wanted to gag us, because I was not expecting.
Right. I was not expecting that either. So I definitely I was like, she's literally dancing a whole nother tune while Lady Camden and Angeria are like performing.
What, like giving it? They're giving it. Angeria? Good. Taking by. This girl, like, are the girl? I want to be in this workroom to ask them, like, okay, like, are we all like equally as not okay at the fact that Angeria is below? Like,
I think they all know that Angeria is the competition.
The one to be like Angeria. It's kind of like absurd at how good at this shit that she is. Everything.
Right.
Everything.
I mean, she's only like, they could have carried with the narrative that she's a pageant queen, and that hasn't even been brought up to the table.
Yeah, they haven't, because I think she's so versatile. And I think that she is pageantry, but she also gives like other things.
I mean, she does have 2 white feet.
Oh yeah, that was a surprise. But this I was loving her verse. My baby's the one for me. Give it to me.
Oh, well, let's get into this look now.
It was on American Idol.
Miss Superhero, girl, Daya.
It's just guy hitting the sky.
This is the best that she's looked, though, I will say. Like her second best look. I think. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I'm also like not the biggest non-fan.
I'm surprised that Michelle Visage didn't say that this was borderline costume-ish. Like it's literally a Halloween costume.
Also, I get mad at that comment because it's like, okay, like the bitches, what do you want them to wear? Like this, you want
but like
New York Fashion Week shit? Like,
look at this look right now. If you would have taken those glasses that she has on, automatically it's no longer a costume.
Yep.
Just by taking those glasses off.
Yep.
So I feel like
she fashion.
Right.
Like I to touch on it, I think the glasses being removed, the makeup, I know it's drag, but it's giving like
ghost
cartoon bitch Abujiki. Oh my god, I'm wilding right now. But the makeup, I'm not a fan of. The hair, I'm not a fan of. The glasses, I'm not a fan of. I think if the outfit, the rest of it was good. From the neck down, it was cute.
Right.
That was cute. I liked it. I don't know. I wasn't like a big hater of it. I'm just always annoyed that like her wigs never go with her looks, but I feel like these colors didn't look as bad.
That might be her thing, child. Anyways,
Ooh,
Miss Bosco stepped into the runway and left her chuletas on the runway, child. She ate. She was literally eating an apple while she ate the runway.
No, and she made an ass out of herself in the best way possible.
Literally.
I think it was a creative way of having the heart and not using this color that everyone's using, which was red.
Right.
Now, going back to Deja, I'll give her a pat on the back for wearing the blue wig because it was a little twist to it. But
yeah, it made the look. But yeah, I think this queen, Bosco has been like continuously pressing me, gagging me. I love it. I think she might have a thing for showing her ass. This is the second time that she's had like an ass like reveal type of thing.
Right.
But she gave. I'm obsessed. She ate. She literally ate like she's eating the heart.
No, literally. I loved it too. Willow Pill.
I thought this was so cute.
So I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I'm a Willow Pill stan. I didn't really live.
Okay. Well, we're entitled to our own opinions. I thought that shit was so cute. I loved it. I thought it was so. I don't know. I thought it was cute. She looked good in it. I will say that I hate when queens like rely on their body for things. So I feel like in this instance, she just relied on her body and just put like little stickies on her nipples. But overall, I thought it was a cute concept that I liked. I don't know. I liked that. I like how she made a little pencil skirt out of just the panties. I thought that was cool.
I think it was a hot ass concept. I just wish she would have wore breastplates.
Yeah, or something. Yeah, I hate don't rely on your body for shit, bitch.
And I guess the hair was supposed to give sex, but it pulled it out of my suitcase. But besides that, I think it was a dope concept. I just elevated.
Well, moving forward. Actually, let's go backwards. No,
I love Miss Diabetes look. I was eating it up. I loved it.
You love it? I thought it from a distance, it looked like duct tape on shit, like duct tape on cardboard. But when we did get those close-up shots, I realized that it was
I liked it. I thought it was multi-layered and it was so unconventional and like different vibe. I don't know. I really liked that. I like how she was able to piece this together because she has that like I guess a bodysuit under, but it has a certain graphic to it that makes it look more more depth to her. Like I don't know. I really like this.
No, it could have gone bad real quick and looked arts and craft as they said.
Yeah.
But it was a moment. As much as I don't like her, I think I really can now start to say that, like, or maybe the editing. Let's blame it on the edit.
Right.
I'm not so much of a fan of her, so I'm definitely gonna like.
She wanna blame it on the edit.
Look. And I kind of like the pink stockings, being a different texture, a different tone.
Yeah, I like it. I'm a fan.
I mean, it was a cute little punk rock moment, but aside from that, I don't live for short things on the runway. I don't live for like. I feel like this means
for things.
Maybe I like opulence. I like everything. I like big. So I feel like these queens this season are definitely giving like a lot of like short materials and like short dresses, body whatevers, and I'm not beat.
Can you blame them though?
But
we're like in 97 episodes and there's still 7 bitches left.
Right.
Fuck, I gotta use my scraps to make something.
That's why Georges came out in her underwear.
Oh my god, I just can't with her anymore.
This is why Georges 95 episodes and this is why Georges came out with this.
I'm just like Georges, can you like give us something else? Stop coming out in fucking panties, bitch. I get it. You look hot. You have a gorgeous, sick body, but bitch, give it up. Stop it. Oh my gosh.
I feel like the makeup is such a signature look, so it's like we can't say change your makeup. We can't say the hair because the hair looks good with this outfit. But I wish, like, make the panties light up. Like, have a bow and arrow maybe or a purse.
She looks good. Don't get it wrong. Like she looks good, and I think the look overall is like decent, but whatever. But it's like I'm just tired of seeing her in the same fucking shit.
Like that's the same thing with Kerri. Kerri was giving the same fucking shit. Just
like oh my fucking god.
I think there just might be next that she doesn't give us something on the runway.
She needs to get it together.
Gag us.
I think that it's irresponsible for Georges to step into this runway with yet again another panty and bra
Like, oh
combo.
my god.
I cute little moment with the Victoria's Secret heart wings type of things. Like, okay, that was cute. But aside from that, it was like literally, what are you doing? Like, I don't know.
Right.
Like, I feel like she's definitely relying on her body. And she said in her confessional, she said, I wear it because I can. She
Ooh.
literally said it in her confessional. So I feel like she knows that. I feel like she knows that Rue is eating it up. So whatever. Now we have Angeria Paris, Van Michaels,
Yeah, black.
which is like shit.
Okay, I will say I love that she went different. What bothered me though is the wig. I hate that it wasn't evenly cut. Like in the front, the bangs look like why didn't you take the extra time to even out the cut of the bang? Look how uneven in the front it is, and on the sides too. It just looks like, bitch, you didn't. What the fuck?
Like,
Also, I thought the reveal was gonna be better than just "I love you." I thought it was gonna be like this whole thing, but it was just "I love you."
Right.
So I
like,
was underwhelmed.
I want likes clearly, but I like that it was choppy. The bob was choppy. I think it gave kind of like artsy concept. I wish the reveal was something bigger, more spectacular. Maybe throw some glitter in the air. But it was different for her. It wasn't this like typical pageant gown. She gave us
Right.
a slim fit, a big old
Yeah.
moment.
The concept was there.
Like 4 fucking 6 inches of
Like,
hair.
it was giving her a juku.
Have a juku Bobby. Melissa
What-
Edwards.
What? What? Not Alyssa Edwards, child. What about Miss Girl Jasmine and Kennedie?
I So what the biggest issue that I had was that
Open-ended.
not Pheromone, India Farah and All Stars 5, she wore a similar dress, or like similar silhouette and like cut.
I will say,
dress.
Raymond, that picture you sent, like, it's a similar cut, but it's not the same dress.
It's not the same dress, but like if you because she
No,
has a heart that
it's
starts at the same place that she put that heart on her hip at. That's what India Farah did too. And then it's the same like shoulder thing. So I'm like, okay, this reminds me of something I already seen. But like India Farah blew out of the water. That's one. Two, I feel like
That's
this
the
is
only thing
arts and
India
crafty.
Farah blew out of the water, by the way.
That what?
That's the only thing India Farah blew out of the water, by the way.
We can untuck on a different segment on All Stars 5 because we can get into it. But this is arts and crafts to me. Like she bought a dress from the dress barn at David's Bridal and then fucking stuck dollar store hearts to the hip and to the shoulder. And then she needs I don't know why she does this with her wigs, but like she puts her boy hair, I guess, in a bun and then she sticks the hair like after. But I don't know what she thinks she's giving with that. I don't know. This is like the second time that
Her girl hair. Her girl hair.
Like I just don't like the wig. Like I don't get it. Why are you doing this? Why are you not putting it?
It was funny because she's like, and the wig, you cannot even tell it's there. And I'm like, girl, we can tell.
We can literally tell where it starts and where it ends.
Like maybe we. Also, another thing that bothered me about this look is that she's not properly padded. So I would have loved to see a chest. I would have loved to see a little bit more curves. I would have loved to see.
She got a breastplate on.
She doesn't.
No, but no, she should this time.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, she should have because when you also have to think about like editorializing your look. Like you're in front of cameras, you need to make sure that your look looks good in every way that you're turning. And when she turned on her side to go to the other side of the runway, you could see the empty space between her dress cup and her chest. So like that's an issue. You need to pad that. You cannot step out of the runway like that with having like a caveat of like space.
At least contour it.
Right. At least do something. At least do something. But coming out like that makes me feel like you rushed. And that's not
like you just don't give a fuck.
But I mean, from worse, it goes to even worse. Here is
oh my god,
Kerri, R.I.P. Colby.
No,
oh
like
my god, I wasn't like but I wasn't like
This was I'm sorry, but the moment that this walked out on the runway, I literally barfed.
It's really weird. Like I would have never expected that Kerri. Like
I would have never expected for her to pull out with some shit like this. So if that piece of like fishnet, whatever it is that she's wearing, was longer and touched the ground as like a fishnet dress type of thing,
ran out of fabric.
it would have been fashion. It would have been lit. It would have been something to start with.
Yeah.
But the fact that like is short, the fact that you can see where her padding ends and like her bodysuits that she's wearing, like where they like, you know what I'm saying? It literally looks like she walked out with no, like she didn't do anything. She just like, oh my god. Also, the heart was on the wrong side.
Yeah, it's like, girl, what are you doing?
So I don't.
She looked a mess. It was a chop for me for sure.
It was definitely a chop for me.
Wow.
Yeah,
She looked a mess.
It was a chop.
I mean,
And in the black heels, like I can't.
I know to the T like that. Like, I mean, she lost me now pulling out the heart off the wrong side for real. But yeah,
and I guess what she was going for, since the category was hard on, I guess that she was like trying to like, the reason why she was having such a voluminous body was because she was also trying to identify like, you know, a hard on. I don't know. Open ended.
harder. So
What'd you say?
So the competition's only getting harder, so she had to bring it in.
And she brought it, and then she took it home. She brought it and took it. So next and last but not least, Miss Lady of the Camdens. I don't know who was it that was. The pit stop was not living for this, but I was.
I thought
it was good. I do agree that it should have been a little bit smaller.
Well, I want them to be bigger.
Oh, child.
Yeah, I feel like it's a heart. Like your heart is full of emotion, it's full of love. Like it should be big. Like the fact that it needs 3 arrows to go through it. Like I loved it. Oh my god, Lady Camden ate this. Like ate it.
I think she's a good girl. She's a good queen. But I don't know. I lived and I didn't live. I don't know.
I live for her facial expressions. I live for the way that she walks on the runway. She feels very confident. She feels like very in control of what she's doing.
I don't agree with her placement.
What the fuck else did you want it at? That's her heart.
Well, which look do you think was your favorite look of the week?
My favorite, like on the runway.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I'm thinking, I'm like, I don't even know like if I really liked anybody. Well, Bosco. Okay, yes, definitely Bosco. Bosco's look for me was like, girl, you understood the assignment. It was so subtle, but like executed so well.
Right.
I was Bosco.
What about you, Edward?
What the fuck did Willow wear again? I really like the Willows, but hands down, I would have to say Camden. Like I gave her
Lady Camden. Okay.
There.
I would say out of this runway, Bosco too. It was definitely like a very well thought out look, and it was a conversation from beginning to end. And I really, really liked it. Which was your least favorite look?
It's a oh my god, I have my like, so I was gonna say I'm like not the biggest fan of George's, but it's like not because she didn't do the challenge of the runway, but because I'm tired of seeing her in this fucking shit. So you know what? I'm gonna give her a pass. My least favorite was definitely Miss Kerri Colby. Oh my fucking god, that was like, oh my god, so bad. It's like embarrassing to even look at. It was literally ridiculous.
I got an 8. I lived for it, but my bottom ended up being Jasmine and Deja. But I ended up going with Deja because I think the wig, I think she wore blue hair like 2 weeks ago. So I wasn't off it. But after being able to see it edited in my own way, I think it could be, up there. But she's my bottom for this week.
I'm gonna give my bottom to Angeria Paris Van Michaels because because like if you're good in your pageantry and in your in your arena and I appreciate that she stepped out of her comfort zone, but like I'm expecting more than this. I feel like this was lazy. I don't know. Like
would you say this is maybe 60s?
I ate, girl. I lived.
I did not eat.
Like maybe she's also putting in like the 60s challenge within the heart on, challenge. But it's also giving like 80s.
He's like negative.
We could talk, I
You're a
guess.
fan of it.
Well, you guys, our listeners, let us know. Do you guys like Angeria's look? Do you guys feel like Angeria was
I liked it, but let the audience decide.
Yeah, I want to know
right?
what you gotta say.
Well, listen, the winner of the challenge was Daya Betty, getting her first win of the season.
What?
Um,
Shut the fuck up.
I know, right? Jasmine, Kennedie, and Kerri Colby were at the bottom, unfortunately. Which do you guys agree with that bottom?
Yeah.
Do
I
you
think
guys agree with that bottom?
we always agree with the bottom. I think definitely them two were the least weakest links. So I agree.
I
with it.
definitely feel like Deja Sky is like sliming her way into like the top, and like I'm low-key scared because
Right.
we've seen it in
Like, is
previous
she better than
seasons where like a mediocre queen has gotten to the finale. So
Ooh.
it is
Ooh.
Mediocre, man.
Sneaky bitch. You
mediocre.
weren't saying
Okay.
nothing but a word.
So I don't know, child. I feel like Deja should be next, but let's see, che. So then Jasmine and Kerri take it to the runway and leave it on the runway.
Bring it to the runway.
And
Runway. Run.
Ja-
That bitch
Ja-
was real, and she still gave a motherfucking performance. I give Jasmine that. Even in that fucking.
That was so messy though, because it's like,
so messy.
first of all, Alfred shoe went flying. I was like, okay, this bitch is going home. Like the whole time I thought she was going home, and they refused to show Kerri. So I thought they were trying to edit Kerri, like give her the edit that she did good enough to be saved, and that Rue was going to save her. That's what I was getting. That's what I swore. So I was like, oh my god, like they're really about to.
They
save
put
her.
out trans sisters to battle.
They really did. And
That's
also,
and the fact that they just had like a
heart to heart.
like a heart to heart moment last
No, like
week.
production is just they deserve jail time.
They deserve an Emmy.
jail
They deserve an
time.
Emmy. They deserve an Emmy.
Like, oh my God.
Jasmine wins, and unfortunately, Kerri is
Unfortunately,
about to
welcome
be
to
told
time, like-
that she needs to go home. But she has
What she has.
oh Lord. She has a chocolate bar. And she's opening the chocolate bar to see if she's the one that has the golden chocolate bar that is gonna save her. And I'm gonna tell you something: the dramatics and the way that in this
No,
episode
like,
they kind of
these
like
bitches.
did a little bit extra with like Jasmine in the back, like I hope she has the chocolate bar.
Right. I was like, oh my god, does she have a chocolate bar?
Ryan.
I'm like, everybody calm the fuck down.
Right, I was like, does she have a chocolate bar? Like,
There's still 27 bitches left in this season, so she could go.
All the
Yeah.
bitches like I said.
Really that though, like, get the big
Kerri doesn't have the golden bar, and she says it's chocolate.
It's
Right.
chocolate. No, that compilation at the end of the season of all these bitches saying it's just chocolate, is
I
gonna.
need that time.
I know. That, oh my god!
But she was also like angry.
Right.
I
She
think
was
this
just like,
too might have the gold chocolate.
she's like,
Yeah,
it's
but
chocolate.
the bar.
She didn't even say bye. She didn't even say thank you to Rue or
Should
anything.
she be angry that she didn't get the gold chocolate, or should she be angry that she didn't do a good job?
Ooh. Hey.
Damn, bitch.
Hey. Read your
But
lips.
I also feel like I want to debunk this as a drag race connoisseur. I want to debunk the fact that just because you were on regular drag race does not make you qualify for All Stars. And I hate the fact that like there's this thing where they're like, oh, I was on regular drag race, so my next show is definitely All Stars. Like it's like a rite of passage. Like no, like I feel like you need to be like you need to have a couple years guest season. Like you need to show us good drag to then come back in All Stars and do that shit. Everybody's already started talking about Kerri coming back in All Stars.
Like we're good.
And I feel like Kerri, like your trajectory this season was so bad. Like you need a couple years before.
Well, that doesn't define her whole entire career of drag, but I will say
exactly. So she needs two more.
I think her being out on the road and getting this promo is gonna allow her to, turn it in situations that she hasn't been in before.
Right.
Listen, we seen some of the greats do it. Shangela, Monique Hart herself, Mo Hart. Like, we've seen some of the greats do it. They go home and come back and legit conquer the world. And I want that for my girl. It's just it wasn't it this time. I'm sorry. So
I think she needs to come back like on All Stars like 74. I just don't I don't see her anytime soon.
not All Star 74,
because I don't think she is
All
like
Star 74 is coming pretty pretty soon.
That's literally like next
They're
year.
filming. They're literally filming right now in some country where they don't even have to, where there's another rule where you don't have to give money out, because that's RuPaul's new thing. Like
Oh my god.
let's film everywhere else where we don't have to give $100,000.
Like no more US shows.
You're just getting exposure.
Right. And more subscriptions to WoW.
Yep.
We love it. Honestly, he has us hooked. He has us hooked.
Because like the
Sinker, baby.
subscriptions are hitting.
Like literally, we should be in rehab, like AA meetings for Drag Race. Like this is insane. I catch myself watching.
Is this not what this is?
Right now, no. Right now, I'm watching 3 different franchises. I'm watching regular Drag Race. I'm watching UK versus the World, and I'm watching Drag Race España, which is giving.
I'm watching Thailand right now. I want to see what that's about.
Watch España. España is really good. Like it's actually giving. Like the queens are mad funny, and it's a cackle. It's a cackle.
Okay, I'm about this.
So and just have the captions on, because I cannot understand one word still. But you know, like it's them. They talk fast, chat.
Right.
And also some of the jokes are not like in our Spanish, so like
it's like
it goes over my head. But
Hear the laugh in the background.
yeah, I'm like, hey. Like, oh, I'm supposed to laugh at this point. Let's get into the Shantays and the sachets of the week. Raymond, who are you shantaing and who are you sachaying?
My Shantae is Miss Angeria. She ate that motherfucking performance.
Right.
Like, oh my fucking god. My sachet for me, honestly, just because of like Drag Race standards, would be Jasmine Kennedie, because you lost your shoe, your wig was borderline coming off, and your tits that you put in, like the padding in the tits that you put, you could see it. It was very messy for me, and I just was like, no, I would have saved Kerri for that.
Right. What about you, my love?
Bosco definitely takes the top for me. I think the all white concept was still hot. And also the performance she gave what needed to be given. And for my bottom, originally I was thinking Jasmine, but I'm gonna have to switch and say Kerri, because of the fact of what she presented on the runway and considering her performance in the show. Although Jasmine looked a little like 1-2 step, what's next? Kerri's been giving me the same thing since episode 3.
Right. I could agree with that. For me, I think my Shantae of the week goes to Lady Camden. I want to see more. I want to see what you do. I'm really, really, really proud of her growth, and I feel like she's listening to her critiques and she's applying them the next week. And my sachet, this is like a mini sachet, in the sense of like, I don't really want you to go home, but if you don't get your shit together next week, I'm done with you, and that's George's. Like, you know, I don't want you to go home, but if you come on the runway next week with another bodysuit or another 2-piece, it's a wrap for you.
Honestly, Deja's been giving a little bit more than George's, in my opinion, as of lately. Like, I might go as far as to say that.
I mean, she's definitely putting in more effort. Because
I mean, she was kind of like the team leader of her group with choreography, although they were.
I'm saying like George's, I'm just like, George's, like, you're so cute, but that's someone who I'm like, you can come back for All Stars because you almost have it. It's just like a little thing. Right.
I totally agree.
Like, I could see her coming back and taking the crown for All Stars.
Talent. Like, she's a performer, but she needs like pick up a ukulele, bitch. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know, just something that she can give.
Like, do what Maddie Morpheus did. Figure it out.
Or go home.
I've got Maddie.
Now Maddie's on All Stars though.
Well, that is
All-Star 91.
That is all she wrote. Thank you for listening to another episode of The Talk.
Oh my God.
The Reality Rundown's official Drag Race podcast. We have new episodes every Tuesday. Smash that subscribe button and make sure that you are tuned in. Make sure that you are like literally going and following our podcast on Apple Podcasts, because every time we have a new episode, you will get the little notification.
Yes.
And you get to listen to our stuff. We're going to start doing like more stuff, you know. This week we have another extra episode, another bonus episode coming on later in the week.
Ooh.
We're gonna be recapping Drag Race UK versus the world. So that's gonna be amazing. Oh, I'm spitting all over my computer chat. Oh my God. Oh my god, yeah, like not right now. With that said, that has been the tea. Now you decide the shade. Bye, sisters.
Let's go.